Hi Frank, Sudarshan here. This is for the project Embedded Systems and project 1. Student ID is 2154222. So let's looking at the project requirements. You have given us two options to go with, either a minimal stopwatch or a reaction time tester. I have decided to go with a minimal stopwatch. So the basic requirements for a stopwatch is to have two buttons, one assigned for the reset operation and one for start and stop operations. So, and other requirements are, as this timing should be 1/100th of a second accurate, and that should be consistent for about at least 10 seconds. Yes, and then so for this project we are using a TNC 3.2 microcontroller and QDSP bubble display, 4-digit bubble display. So what this system basically does is we'll start the program at once push, and we'll stop it at the same button, and we can reset the same thing with another button. So this system consists of 12 outputs and 2 inputs. The 2 inputs are the 2 push buttons, and these 2 push buttons are attached to interrupt service routine practice, so which would give more efficiency and more integrity to the program rather than just putting into the general loop. And this other 12 outputs being the 7 LED segments in the 7-segment display, with one decimal point display that gives you 8, and the other 4 being the 4 cathodes for each digit, which is driven through a MOSFET, N-type MOSFET. So for the reason to use a MOSFET here is, the general use of MOSFET is to separate the circuit from the driving processor. So that is considered as a good practice in order to drive higher current. Although this system is completely capable of being handled by TNC 3.2, we decided to go with the MOSFET to be a good practice. So this MOSFET, 4 MOSFETs are assigned to 4 cathodes of the QDSP bubble display. And basically that's the functionality of it, and each display is being attached with 380 ohm resistors, which have a calculation I have included in the report. You can have a look at it, which taking into account of the forward operating voltage, and the MOSFET gate is also being attached with 380 ohm resistors, and that calculation also given in the report. You can have a look at it, and that's it. Basically it works fine, and there have been few issues with the interrupt which delayed the process, but I hope I have achieved what is required. Hope you give full marks. Thank you.